Hello aspirants, welcome to our new initiative, Why in UPSC? So here you can see the question which was asked in Prelims 2022 based on the Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha. So here you should understand that why this question have been asked in the Prelims. Before seeing the relevance, the answer to this question is answer A. So the relevance comes in wherein in 2022, Lok Sabha completed 1151 days without a deputy speaker. So such topics related to constitutional provisions when you connect it with current affairs is very important. So we have seen that in the last year's prelims, questions related to deputy speaker was asked because based on the current affairs. So in this year's prelims, you can see these topics have to be read, like that of election of President of India. Why? Because recently, Sri Draupadi Murmu was elected as the 15th President of India. Then the pardoning powers of the President and the Governor. The case is related to pardoning Rajiv Gandhi assassination convict. So in this, you have to mention about or you have to read about Article 72, where it's the pardoning powers of the President, and also about Article 161, which gives about the pardoning powers of the Governor. So friends, let us see another question based on economics. So here, the answer to this question is answer B. Here also you have to see why this question has been asked in the last year's prelims. So checking for the relevance, in 2022, India and US witnessed rise in inflations, and there was a meeting of RBI Monetary Policy Committee to curb inflation, and there was depreciation of rupee also. So this is why this question was asked in the last year's prelims. So for this year's prelims, you can also read these topics like that of inflation targeting in India, monetary policy in India for the year 2022 to 2023. The next question in Why in UPSC. So here you can see the question is based on anthropogenic sources of both methane and nitrous oxide. Similarly, there is another question which is based on system of rise intensification. So now let us try to understand why these two questions were asked in UPSC. So we can see that this question became relevant because of the research that was conducted by Watershed Organization Trust with the support of Axis Bank Foundation, which was in news. So similarly, based on this, what are the topics that we need to read for this year's prelims? Let us see that. For this year's prelims, definitely you have to see about direct seeded rice, International Year of Millets 2023, National Mission on Natural Farming, National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, National Bamboo Mission, National Horticulture Mission, Global Agenda for New Innovation in Agriculture, Integrated Farming, International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources, Impacts of Ozone Layer Depletion on Agriculture and Crops, Nitrogen Emissions from Agriculture, then Indian Nitrogen Assessment, PUSA Biodecomposer Capsules, then about KUSUM, that is Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uttam Mahabhiyan Scheme. Next question in Why in UPSC. So here the answer to this question is option B. So now let us see why this question became relevant for the last year prelims. Because the lake Fagubin was dried up and turned into a desert, which was in news during the month of October-November 2021. So similarly, based on the same aspect, what are the kind of topics that we have to read for this year's prelims? So here you have to see about important lakes in India that are drying up, like that of the Vula Lake in Kashmir, Dal Lake in Srinagar, Naini Lake in Uttarakhand, Chilka Lake in Odisha, Bhoja Tal in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, Putteri Lake of Kanyakumari. Not only that, you can also read about important Ramsar sites in India. Also, read about COP15 of United Nations Convention on Combat Desertification, also called UNCCD. Next question in Why in UPSC. So here, the question was being asked on bio-rock technology. So the answer to this question is option A. So why this question was asked in UPSC? Because the Zoological Survey of India, with the help of Gujarat's Forest Department, attempted the first time to restore coral reefs using the bio-rock or mineral accretion technology, which was in news in Jan 2020. So similarly, for this prelims also, you can expect similar kind of topics like scientists freeze Great Barrier Reef coral in world first trial. Cryogenically frozen coral reefs can be stored and later reintroduced to the wild to protect them against rising ocean temperatures. Similarly, there are other topics like that of the methods for preservation of corals. Then the meaning of the term cryomesh and what are its uses. So you should understand that it is a specially fabricated and lightweight mesh that is used as a substrate in cryopreservation, and also it is used to freeze coral larvae at the Australian Institute of Marine Sciences. Then you have to read about the Great Barrier Reef and also about La Nina conditions and its impacts on the coral reefs. Thank you so much.
Veranda IAS, where your dream becomes reality.